Deep South. I was in scholarship my whole life, going to private school. So my peers were affluent white kids and whose parents were attorneys and doctors or government officials. So from very early on, I don't really think I had a full grasp of my immigration status until high school. And it was time to start applying for colleges and looking for that. And people are talking about FAFSA, and I'm like trying to figure out how to fill out this FAFSA thing. And it's like, oh, well, you need a social security number. And so it's a weird place to be in, because your friends are applying to all of these schools and you're running into obstacles. And then you start to realize like, oh, I don't have the same opportunities as like these people that I grew up with, that have been my friends for so many years. So it was difficult to kind of open up and discuss like, why couldn't I apply to a school in state in South Carolina? Why I got certain rejection letters, even though, I qualified, it was just my immigration status that prevented me from attending certain universities. Added to that, at the time, I was not aware with myself and like with my sexuality. And it really wasn't until like late in high school, early college that I was like, wow, I have to live like a double life of my immigration status. People are asking for things, having affluent friends and their families being like, oh, let's go on a cruise to so-and-so, and like not being able to partake, but also not really wanting to talk about it, right? Because a lot of our friends were also conservative. And so they were very vocal about where they stood in terms of immigration. And for a period of time, you're kind of you're different. Oh, but you're different. And so that was another rough patch to navigate of trying to find true friendship in people that saw me for who I was. I would say to my 15-year-old self, just pull the bandage. Like everything is going to be okay. And like, yeah, it might hurt for a period of time, but the relief you feel after, once I did it, it was like, oh, these people actually didn't really care. And life has, gone on. There were a couple of bumps down the road after coming out with my family, but I think that overall they came around it very quickly. So I was very fortunate in that aspect of not feeling alone. And I really didn't feel alone, because I was like, wow, I feel relieved. I was like, I thought when I told my parents, like when I thought about the moment telling my parents I'm gay, I was like, thinking I'm going to be sobbing. I'm going to have to like figure out where I'm going to move and like disconnect from the world. But it wasn't. It was so relieving. It really like, it brought me peace. And I was like, that was really the strangest thing that I have felt internally. No, I haven't. And I think that's been something that's been on my mind more recently, as it's become like more and more real, like, okay, like my immigration process is coming along and like my business is growing and my like life just seems to be going really well, that you're kind of skeptical also of like, am I about to die? Like, why is everything so good right now? Like something tragic about to happen. But no, I haven't given myself that liberty. And I think that I'm seeking for it in the sense of I have a lot of healing to do still on a personal level. I've realized coming into a professional field and still being in the South and trying to break through some barriers, that there's a lot of things that I hold back on because of the healing I haven't done. And so I'm on that search to figuring out how to do that so that I can move forward peacefully and like allow myself to dream further,